What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 12 of the Keeping It Real podcast. I'm James. With me, I've got Calvin, Jack, and Reese. Today, we're mainly going to be talking the brand new DC slate that got announced earlier this week. We've also got a couple of movie news items and some brand new movies out this week. But to start off, what's everyone been watching this week? Reese, anything new? Any rewatches?
I watched The Fabelmans,
Mm-hmm.
which everyone will know. I watched The Last of Us.
Mm.
Not going to say too much about that. I'm not going to lie, lads. I'm off work this week. I've just been watching a bunch of Come Dine With Me.
Not bad, not bad.
Because I am a 40-year-old woman at heart. And I love Come Dine With Me. Most underrated, well, not most, but one of the most, very underrated British.
Is it? I feel like it's on all the fucking time.
Underrated British TV.
Yeah, you gotta have 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Because they can't be doing.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. You just bang them out on Netflix.
I realised that like 4 in a row was actually one episode.
The Netflix.
I will say
I have to now log on to every 31 days. I'm not sharing my password with anyone. I'm watching Come Down With Me. That's what I'm going to be doing every 31 days.
It's not good. That whole thing. It's not good. Isn't it something like Netflix can essentially see when you're not home?
Yeah.
all they need to do is get hacked, and then everyone's getting robbed.
Yeah.
Whoever's on holiday.
When you're abroad, because you have to get like a code to do it.
Mm.
And I think it's going to go tits up.
I saw someone on Twitter like tweet one of their old tweets from 2017, which was like Netflix tweeting, and it was like love is sharing password, and it's just like
I've just seen so many people already be like, I'm just gonna go to Prime and just watch Prime. It's easier.
Yeah.
So
if Netflix started delivering stuff to me, you'd be way happier.
I
don't know what they have to do.
Next day delivery
lasted more than one series. Maybe they,
Yeah, it's crazy to think they were the benchmark for these streaming sites, and now with all the changes they're making,
the way of Blockbuster.
It's gone to shit.
They know it feels.
Calvin, watched anything this week?
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us. Really liked it. I just haven't caught up on the third one yet because I was busy in basically every evening.
Yeah.
I started watching Severance.
Nice. What are you thinking?
Finally. Yeah, it was great so far. I mean, it's hard to say because every episode is like
what's happening.
I mean, I've only watched 2, but yeah.
Jack, anything new?
It's Babylon, which we just talked about. I've said to you as well, I've been watching Shrinking, the new Jason Segel, Harrison Ford TV show.
I want to see that.
Good. Yeah,
it's really good. It's actually like really like
same creative team behind Ted Lasso, so that sort of similar like heart humor.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's got a lot of heart.
Apple TV is quite underrated, to be fair.
They just need more. That's the problem with Apple TV.
But the stuff they've got out is like
majority
high standard
content.
Even in terms of like what was it? Foundation. Like I only watched the first 2 episodes, but the production on that was insane. I don't really know where it went, but
they take too much time and effort.
They need to get rid of C and pump money into more things.
I did actually start watching that Shinji Ito.
Oh yeah,
Japanese Tales of the Macabre.
Any good?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, they're very short. They're like 20 minutes. I feel like I think you know more about him than I do, Calv.
Well, I know his name.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe.
I know who he is. I haven't read anything. I haven't read any of his stuff. But
I think they're very varied. I think there was one first episode I was kind of like, I don't really see the point of that one, but there was one that was really good. I think the highest rated one is called like Balloon Head or something. It's very, that's a pretty good one. And I watched 2 episodes of Dairy Girls, which is actually quite funny.
It's funny, isn't it?
Dairy Girls is fucking good,
funny.
Man.
It's great.
I went on a marathon of shit movies, it seems. I watched that You People with Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill.
I wanted to watch that. Is it terrible?
Don't fuck me. Oh, it's so on the nose.
What's the premise of that? Because I've seen a scene from it. It's like, is
a
Jonah Hill a
Jewish
racist?
man falls in love with black girl.
Yeah.
Say that again.
A Jewish man falls in love with a black woman.
Okay.
It's Just it's so on the nose.
And in 2023, they can't set aside the differences. Who would have known?
No, it's just just the societal differences, just religious differences.
Yeah, I've
but
read
it's so on the
apparently
nose. It's not
the girl
funny.
that he like falls in love with is like kind of a piece of shit too.
What in real life?
No, in the film. Like I've heard that like Jonah Hill makes an effort to like call out his family and be like, "Don't do that," whereas like she kind of lets her family give him so much shit for no reason.
Is it trying to do that sort of same thing that the Big Sick was really, really good at doing?
Yeah. Then I watched Shotgun Wedding with J-Lo and Josh Duhamel on Amazon Prime.
Not Army Hammer.
Yeah, and not Army Hammer. Yeah. Shit. And then I went to go see Plane, which is terrible, but I had the best time. It's terrible, but it's so good. Like just for an hour and a half, I just did not stop laughing.
Did you watch Unwelcome afterwards?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe next week if it's still out. But yeah, everyone go see Plane if you wanna laugh for a while. I don't think that was their goal, but it really fucking worked. Movie news this week. Creed. It looks like Creed 4 is happening. Even though I don't know.
Is it sick?
Yeah, I just assumed Creed 3 would be the end because I don't know. I just assumed Michael B. Jordan would want to go and do other things, but sounds like Creed 4 is on the way.
Is he directing Creed 4 as well?
Nothing's been said. He's also said that the fights in Creed 3 are very much anime inspired. So I can't wait to see what the fuck.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know.
Creed 4
disappear and be in midair and kick him from behind.
I just want like streaks coming off the gloves in slow mo.
Creed 4 would be great if the person he fights in it is like Hugh Kwan or something. Like
he's switching sports.
Absolutely, just batter him.
I'd like to see that fight.
Got a fanny pack, whip it around.
We got some news about Avatar sequels. I think yes, every week we're getting another tease. So apparently Avatar 3, Una Chaplin, who was recently in that Treason TV show with Charlie Cox on Netflix, she's pretty good. I think she was in Game of Thrones as well. Plays Varang, leader of the aggressive Fire Na'vi. If Stephen Lang isn't hooking up with a Fire Na'vi, then what are we doing? Like, surely that's where we're taking him next. Avatar 4, a big time jump. And then Avatar 5, set on Earth, where there's overpopulation and a depletion of our natural resources. So, I mean, yeah, just going to get bigger and bigger. Do we think Jake and Neytiri are going to make it out of Avatar 3 alive?
I think I saw
big
something...
time jump.
I think
sounds
one of them,
to me like
one
they're
of them,
dying.
I think
I saw something about like him talking about like Neytiri in Avatar 5. Like, I fucking said
hope
that she might be in it because like her like interacting with Earth. I think we were saying yesterday. Like,
I mean, that would be interesting.
Jake Sully's not going to make it to Avatar 5, unfortunately.
But then James Cameron's all been like he wants to like make Jake Sully as big as like a name as like Luke Skywalker, doesn't he? So would he kill him off in the third film?
Maybe not the third one, but I don't think he'll make it
unless he gets like injured.
I mean,
I think a good character arc for him is if it's quite morbid, but if he like loses legs again.
No,
like you can't get away from this.
Strap
thing, man.
him to an Ikran.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. That would be brave.
The rest of time,
that would be like he's gone for it because
I wouldn't put it past James Cameron at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I can't fucking wait. Yeah, that's it for the movie news. Because our main topic is really the biggest thing that came out this week. So yeah, James Gunn and Peter Safran as the new co-CEOs of DC over at Warner Brothers finally unveiled their plan for the first. They're calling it chapters. They're not doing phases like Marvel. Which is chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Yeah, but I mean, giving it a title and I don't know, that it feels much more like all right, this is going to be one story. It's not going to be like, phase 1 of the Infinity Saga or whatever. I think chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, that just sounds fucking great. He said the first part of the first chapter of our story that we're telling of our universe, and that first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Many of the following projects are already being worked on, but we're remaining flexible and we're going to adjust because we're never going to put a project into production before the script is right. He also said that, like the stories are the really the key here. They're not going to start anything before a script is as good as it can be. He said storytelling is king, and they're not concerned with making everything uniform in one style and one tone. He said we are going to get different filmmakers in, and they're all going to have their vision as a part of this overarching story, which is what I wanted. As soon as we got this new universe announced, I was like, just make it filmmaker oriented. A creative story team has been put together to pioneer the future of the DCU, to make sure these stories are all working together but have their own identities. So Tom King, comic book writer, Drew Goddard, who you'll know from, he did Cabin in the Woods and Battle at the El Royale, Christina Hodgson, who wrote Birds of Prey and The Flash, Jeremy Slater, who worked on Moon Knight, and Crystal Henry, who wrote the Watchmen series. So I think that's a good room to have of writers, because everything that we're hearing about The Flash, despite Ezra Miller, is incredible. I know James Gunn is now at DC, but he said The Flash is one of the greatest superhero movies he's ever seen. But he was talking about this in a way that he's not talking about the other films that are already coming out. So I kind of believe him on that one. It's kind of up in the air what's happening with stuff like Shazam and Aquaman. He said Shazam feeds directly into The Flash. The Flash is then sort of the reset button. But then Aquaman 2... Oh, no, wait. Does Flash lead into Aquaman 2?
I think Aquaman 2 is
the connection from Aquaman to Superman.
Yeah, I think of all the ones that I think it goes from like the Flash to Blue Beetle, and Blue Beetle to Aquaman, and then Aquaman
I think
Superman.
Blue Beetle was the one where he said that's mainly separated. That's not really.
I read something
why
like
they're fine keeping it.
Was the reset button?
Yeah,
that's what I read.
Yeah.
But I don't know
what does that mean. We don't
doesn't
know.
he have like aren't there like at least two Batmen in the Flash?
We know they filmed a lot of cameos for the Flash, and probably half of them have been cut. So yeah, at this point in time, I have no idea who's going to appear in that movie.
And like
looks like Wonder Woman's going to appear in Shazam, and DC said that the door is open for Gal Gadot to return. They have spoken to her about coming back. But
yeah, they've been like even though he said that he was going to set out this whole fucking the first part of this universe, it still seems like super unclear.
Yeah,
why is if you're resetting everything, why is Jason Momoa still Aquaman? Why?
I think after the Flash, things will become a lot more clear. But we'll go through the slate. It seems like this was the order he read them in. I don't know if this is going to be release order, and we don't have dates for the majority of them. And what's interesting as well, it's going to be the same continuity through live action, animation, TV. So the first one is a TV animated show, Creature Commandos. Weasel is in this from Suicide Squad. Rick Flag Sr. That is all I really know. But all these shows are going on HBO as well. Yeah, that's already in production. Creature Commandos.
I think he said James Gunn wrote, and it's like 7 episodes or something.
Great. The next show, live action, is Waller. So Viola Davis is coming back. This is sort of Peacemaker 1.5. This will bridge the gap between season 1 and season 2. I think Waller's the one I think Crystal Henry's working on. So same team as Watchmen.
Yeah, Crystal Henry and Jeremy Carver.
Yeah. So the Watchmen team, HBO, Viola Davis, probably be fucking great. The next one is Superman Legacy. So this is the rebooted Superman's, focusing on a younger, more traditional version of Superman. The quote they used were Superman is the
So Superman is the body of truth, justice, and in the American way, is kindness in a world that thinks that kindness is old-fashioned.
Yeah. That's great.
I saw a thing. I don't know if it was
2025. That's coming up.
Genuine, but it was like a slate of actors because obviously they wanted to be younger.
I think Austin Butler.
And it was like
he's not a bad shout.
It was like one of the worst. Someone said it was the worst slate.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
It was like Tom Holland.
Montgomery.
Yeah, the problem is with a lot of like fan casting, they always pick like the biggest person they can think of, and it's like it's not going to be. They want to make someone else another name, don't they? It's for Superman. I don't think it'll be someone that's
I think
really
Austin
well
Butler's
known.
already in that Warner Brothers system. He's got Dune, he's got Elvis.
Be so for Superman with an Elvis accent would be great.
Well, apparently he's lost it already for Dune.
Calling everyone hound dogs.
Yes, Superman Legacy. Obviously, we don't have a director yet. This is separate from the J.J. Abrams produced project that is also going to come out. That's going to be in Elseworlds, focusing on the Black Superman. So that they're going to have the DCU
this for
Elseworlds.
Like general viewers, though, I think is a lot to ask of people, because I don't think people will care.
Make them care. You have to make them care. And no one gave a shit about Iron Man. Now look at it. You've just got to start from scratch and believe in the product.
That started off pretty well, though, didn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, but we don't know how this is going to start.
Superman's been around a while now as well. You know what I mean? I feel like if you don't like Superman now, after all, like me, I couldn't.
No, I mean not just Superman, just having all these like this isn't part of this, but they were going to have this bit as well.
All right.
And when people, when like in the zeitgeist, people are
Elseworlds.
People are a bit used. Oh yeah, I suppose they can get away with it with that. I suppose
because and you know they're making money, they're doing well. After that we have The Authority, which I mean, it's kind of like a Suicide Squad, but I mean they are all superheroes just taking the law into their own hands. But they don't care what they do or have to do to get the job done. So that's where they'll come to. They'll butt heads with Superman. I'm really excited for this next one. There's a Booster Gold HBO series. Booster Gold, it comes from the future, comes back in time because he wants to be the best superhero because he's a loser in the future. And he's one of those, like, he's doing ads. He's got brands like on his suit and everything. I think it's a pretty interesting idea. Wouldn't be surprised if James Gunn is looking at Chris Pratt for a role like that. He said he wants to take the Guardians family with him to DC. Booster Gold would be a very Chris Pratt esque character. This next one's really exciting. The Brave and the Bold. So this is our Batman and Robin. Obviously, this is separate from Robert Pattinson Batman. And Robin is going to be Damian Wayne, who is his biological son. So I think go really comic booky with this. If you're having the Batman based, sort of based in a dark, gritty reality, then go with the white eyes, go with a blue cowl and a yellow symbol. Like really,
it says that comic run is written by Grant Morrison as well, who's really wacky and out there.
Just have fucking Robin around going like, "Gee Willikers, Batman."
And I mean, Sam Raimi,
powers back.
Go fucking nuts with it. Like, I know
Sam Raimi last clearly just flat.
Sam Raimi last year said that if the bat signal went up, he'd go running. So he said he'd love to do a Batman movie. So get him on something like Brave and the Bold. That'd be fun. Next, we're getting the Green Lanterns TV show, just titled Lanterns. This is going to be focused on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. They said it'll be like True Detective.
True Detective, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're cops. That's what the Green Lanterns are. They are space police. But apparently they're going to be uncovering sort of a secret that is integral to the whole story of Gods and Monsters. That's where they're going to uncover. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Apparently they're looking at like big names to play those roles as well.
Are they? I don't even know who would play Hal Jordan, to be honest.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, get him back and do it properly.
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This is going to be another movie. Yeah, very different character than Superman. She had a much different upbringing. She actually did live on a piece of Krypton that got fired off. That should be exciting though. I can't get Madeline Klein as Supergirl out of my head, but that might be because she's a very attractive woman. That might be why. But I
don't know how that would like.
Immediately, I was like, "Oh, Madeline Klein."
I mean, they've already got a Supergirl.
It actually fit the tone that they.
Melissa.
It's not. No. Sasha Calle is playing Supergirl in The Flash, but I don't think it's going to be a different Supergirl. Next, we got Paradise Lost, which is based on Themyscira, where Wonder Woman comes from. they said this will be like Game of Thrones sort of situation. This is before Diana was created. It's going to be the politics of the island. Well, it's HBO. It's HBO. So
that's definitely like to get piques people interest, though, isn't it? Like they've listed
trust him now.
On everyone. They're like, oh, this is gonna be like True Detective. So they're just like, what are people gonna respond to?
But they have the facilities to do.
Be like True Detective.
They have the facilities to do that. They've made Game of Thrones. They made True Detective.
I trust HBO.
At least they're picking like at least they're saying they're akin to like huge big things. They're like, Booster Gold are similar to Wedding Crashes. Wouldn't have the same fucking.
I'd be interested.
Wedding Crashes.
I
picked a great movie to compare that to.
Yeah. I know. I was going to say Booksmart, and then I said,
that was a great movie as well. Pick a bad one if you're trying to make your point.
Well, I'm trying to find I can't find Rotten Rain Over Me.
That's a good. It's okay. Alice was great in it. And then the last thing he announced was a Swamp Thing movie, which James Mangold has already said he's interested in doing.
I mean, James Gunn does one of my favorite horror films of all time.
Slither.
With Slither.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be far too busy though.
No, I don't. James Gunn won't be doing Swamp Thing.
No, but if he's got like
writing the Superman movie, and he might direct that.
Yeah, I've heard that they're trying to convince him to do it, but like he's got so much fucking shit to do.
But James Mangold, who did Logan, has said he'd love to do Swamp Thing. So I'll take that.
Yeah.
But out of this list, what are we most excited for?
It's hard because like a lot of them I've never really like heard of. Like the Authority, I had a look at the Authority on Wikipedia, and I was like going through the members to see if I recognised any of them. I didn't recognise a single one, and most of them did. Most of them didn't have Wikipedia pages, so that's a good sign.
I think The Brave and the Bold for me is probably
the same.
Just to have such a different version of Batman.
Green Lantern stuff I've always been interested in because I think it looks like quite cool and weird, but I've never really got into it. So maybe that.
I think it's crazy that we've never got a good Green Lantern, movie or TV show. I think it's been in development for just constantly. It feels. I think, and it's such a visual character.
It's one of the
main. I think they announced this
like
Green Lantern show like fucking like almost like a fucking decade ago, and at one point it was going to be not Hal Jordan, it was going to be Jon Stewart and another one. So I don't know.
What I can't.
Which doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence though, because like if they've been trying to get it off the fucking ground for this long, and now they're just like, we're gonna do it this time. I don't know how I feel.
But you've got to think it's a different team. DC was a mess. It wasn't like it is now, where they have got a plan. They've got a writer's room, and this is going to be the next. I think he said 8 to 10 years.
I think he said this isn't the whole slate though, is it?
No,
it's just part of it.
And he said they're going to aim for 2 TV shows and 2 movies a year. Which if you stick to 2 and 2, that's fine. Marvel seems we're just going more and more and more.
Is that 2 as in the main like DCU timeline, or does that include like the Batman and like other stuff like that?
That won't include the Batman, so they can just come out whenever they need to. So we have a new date for the Batman Part 2. It's called. I think it was October 2025. So just short of 3 years. While. It is, but that was sort of the time frame between those Planet of the Apes movies that Matt Reeves did. So I trust him with it. 3 years seems like a good little break in time for him. Anything else to say on this slate? Who do we want to cast as a new Batman? Do we want to go older again because he does have a son? Reese. I was going to say Reese.
If he's got a son.
John Hamm.
John Hamm, yeah.
Everyone's sort of casting the same like 3 kids as Robin on Twitter. One of them's that boy from Umbrella Academy, who I'm pretty sure is like mid-20s.
Everyone at some point.
He's like our age.
But he just looks
people on Twitter will definitely be throwing out Jeffrey Dean Morgan again if they're going to do an older Batman, because I think wasn't he supposed to be?
He was supposed to be
his like father in like an alternate reality or something, playing Batman.
It was going to be him and Lauren Cohen, wasn't it? It was supposed to be.
Well, I don't think they were ever going to do that.
That's what everyone talked about.
I don't.
Fair.
No, I think that was just.
I reckon that'll be someone that people like are begging for though, if they are going to go old, not old, but older.
I think John Hamm could get that sort of a traditional, more go like a '60s Batman. Yeah, I want the grey suit with the blue cowl, with the yellow emblem.
I don't know enough
the white eyes. Let's go fucking
child
night.
actors to like name a child to play Robin.
Jacob Tremblay.
I was just about to say Jacob Tremblay. That's the only one I can think of.
How old is
Millie Bobby Brown?
though.
Probably like 15.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you can get but they'll get someone who's like almost 20.
Yeah,
that's 15-year-old. Yeah,
Tom Holland.
Finn Wolfhard. He's just lanky.
Yeah, taller than Batman.
He's made of fucking paper.
Joker.
Yeah, his javelin.
But yeah, I do think it's an interesting list because they've not just gone, all right, we're doing Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash. Like it seems more focused on stories rather than properties. You know what I mean? But
who would you cast as Superman though?
I actually do think Austin Butler's a good shout for a younger Superman. It's not an origin story. It's just within his first couple of years working at the Daily Planet. I think was the
I know
was what they said. Whenever we do this, I forget everyone.
I can't think of a single. The only other male actor I can think of now is John Hamm, because we've just been talking about him.
Young Superman.
The only one I can think of, because I think he was the best one of that terrible slate of actors I saw. On
that slate as well was
Darko
fucking
Montgomery.
For Superman.
On that slate as well was the guy who plays Archie in Riverdale, like the fucking ginger guy.
And there was like Noah
AJ Kappa.
Noah Centineo, also his name is as well.
Right, I'm on a random site and they've done 10 actors who could do Superman.
Tom Hardy will be on there. He always is.
Jacob Elordi from
Euphoria.
Yeah, Sam Claflin. He's good.
No.
Matt Bomer, too old.
Don't know who that is.
Sam Claflin looks so similar to Henry Cavill in some circumstances.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
like it's so like
yeah. Fionn Whitehead, who I think is really bad. He's the main guy in Dunkirk, but he's appeared in a couple other things where I'm like, I don't think this guy can act. He was in a movie with Emma Thompson and he ruined it. Adam DeMarco, which I've heard before from White Lotus season 2. That would
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
No.
Back off.
Oh, why is Chris Pratt on this list? Henry Golding, no, too old. Taron Egerton, no. Diego Calva from Babylon. And maybe. I don't know who the fuck this is.
Maybe.
Not Mexican
Superman.
Sweat.
Yeah, I mean, God, no one on that list, I don't think. That is not a...
Who are they have to play Lex Luthor?
Batista recently said he wouldn't mind doing Lex Luthor, and he's talking to James Gunn about it.
That'd be so funny.
Sometimes Lex Luthor is massive.
Yeah, some of the Lex Luthor in the TV shows is weird. Like fucking John Cryer. I think in Titans or whatever, it's like Titus Welliver.
The best one
is
like
pay attention to any of that shit.
Smallville. I think he was a good Lex Luthor.
Oh, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, very smooth looking man.
Does Lex Luthor? How smooth does Lex Luthor need to be?
That's gonna be a big.
He's got to be smooth. He can't be Jesse Eisenberg. We can't be doing that again.
No.
They're going to come down to 2 actors. Like one is going to be shit, one's going to be really good, and they are going to go down to just who's smoother.
Yeah.
They're going to go here. Just rub them.
Yeah. Who's got it?
You're a lady, but we're going to cast you as Lex.
If they go to one of them, they can go like, it's you.
You've got it. You've got the stuff, kid.
Mr. Sheen is going to be.
You've got the moxie.
You're going to go far.
You're going to go far in this town, kid.
You're going to be a star, kid.
Just get Vin Diesel as Lex Luthor.
One of the fan castings for Superman here is Liam Hemsworth. Can you imagine if you got both of his roles?
I'm in it for the shithousery of it all. Just take both of Henry Cavill's roles.
Yeah, you can have your little Warhammer.
Yeah, go make Warhammer. I'm going to be Superman as well.
You leave.
I'm going to be terrible at
it. And I'm not going to change.
Fucking loser.
I'm not going to change my accent at all. I'm going to be Australian. Back off, Lex.
Every role I take.
Yeah.
Back off, Lex.
Back off, Lex. You fucking drunko.
Right. Any more thoughts on the DC slate?
I'm kind of like hopeful for all the stuff that I haven't heard of because, I mean, prime example, James Gunn doing Guardians. If he's in, like, I'd never heard of them, and it was one of my favorite movies in Marvel. So, like, I feel like if he's not going to write them all, but, like, if he's part of stuff, I've got like good.
I think
good vibes,
they've done
hopefully.
such a good job of, there are two CEOs, there are two people heading this up. You have Peter Safran doing more the business end, I'm guessing. And then James Gunn as head of the creative side, and he's going to be the face of the operation for the rest of it, I imagine. But I think that they've gone the right way about it, and it was just how enthusiastically he was talking, and in the video, and how he was saying storytelling is the main priority here, which seems to have gone away at Marvel. I don't know if he was intentionally having a jab at Marvel when he said we're going to be filmmaker oriented and not every film's going to be the same, but it definitely felt like that. We'll move on to movie previews this week. Then it's quite a good week. So we've got M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin, Darren Aronofsky's The Whale, and finally Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh, that's been marketed for so long.
I know. I feel like I've seen the whole fucking movie on TikTok, but I'm going anyway. I'm going to go see Knock at the Cabin tonight. I'm very excited. It's getting good reviews. I thought he really missed with Old, but I was liking Split, Glass, The Visit. So yeah, I'm definitely up for that. I've already seen The Whale. Didn't love it. Thought Brendan Fraser was good, but the film itself was just, God, it just fucking battered me.
Yeah,
and then lost me right at the last second.
What do you call it? Every time I see like a snippet of it, it makes me want to see it less. Like I'm kind of.
I'll tell you this made me really fucking hungry. And then I'm seeing Puss in Boots tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. But what's everyone going to watch out of these three?
Puss in Boots for sure. And probably Knock at the Cabin Door.
Yeah.
Cabin Door.
Is it Knock at the Cabin or Knock at the Cabin Door?
Knock at the Cabin Door.
Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin?
I thought it was Door.
It was Door.
I don't think so.
One of us is wrong. It's Knock at the Cabin, you idiots.
Yeah.
You have to knock the door.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they could knock something else.
They could have knocked on the window.
In the trailer, they knock the door.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I come out of the movie where they're knocking.
They just walk in.
And if they titled this correctly.
They ring the doorbell.
It's going to affect the review.
Maybe they knock everywhere on the cabin. They are trying to get in for a while.
Maybe they knock it.
Hello.
They just knock it down.
Dave Bautista. Hello.
He has a phone. Hello. Can we come in?
We need to kill one of you.
We want to sacrifice one of you.
Yeah. You have to choose though.
Let us in. Yeah. How long is that movie? I'm hoping it's an hour and a half.
It's got to be an hour. Hour 40.
Hour 40. Yeah. Hour 40.
Prime.
Bang, bang. Right, yeah. So hopefully we'll have reviews for all of them, or at least some of them, next week. But that is going to be it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Just remind you all, we're on Twitter at Keepin It Real UK. Give us a follow from there. You can find links to all of our streaming platforms and social media on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, and TikTok. Whichever app you used to listen to your podcast, make sure to follow us, like us, or give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out. And we're also on YouTube, and we'd love to have you all subscribers so you never miss another video. On the channel right now, there should be reviews for Babylon, The Fabelmans, and at some point, The Last of Us Episode 3. So check all of those out. And until next time, keep it real.